Here we go. I'm back. Oh. Yeah, that's right, yeah. Gotta restart it from this menu. Okay. Well, we're gonna try episode 3, Ransom. Yeah.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
Episode 3.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's
All right.
Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay.
Now notice something else as well. Right.
Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas
Only through
Zane.
trees.
Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
I'd say.
Come on, mister. I'll take you to
Oh.
Rose's trailer.
Coffee thermos.
Just follow me. It's not
Yes. There isn't really much of this trailer park left, mate. I think I can figure it out from here.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Jesus Christ, you slow-walking
Well,
twat.
mister, this
Come
here's
on.
Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
She's got a thermos.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Fade out for a
This
cutscene.
is really good. Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al? Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What? What?
Do you think she drugged us? There's a slight possibility she drugged us.
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
I
No,
felt
it's still
nauseous,
happening.
hungover. Only anger kept me going.
Right,
I
well,
can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way.
right, this one now,
She
we
knows
might
more
as well
of this
play it
than I
through.
do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
She is a fan.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
You see that, bitch? This is what you get for drugging me. I'm having your thermos.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. Have a nice day. Come back soon.
My gun and flashlight
She's not
were
quite
gone.
right, is she?
I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
Let's read this manuscript page
Mr.
then.
Randolph liked Rose.
No time to
The
waste.
smile she
Let's
had.
read this.
How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
Get to the car.
just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air, and let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, Pat, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I am the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know? I just...
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had a, argument with Danny. You know Danny, and, then I got in trouble with the law.
I've just noticed this. When you get further from the radio, the subtitles dim.
Well, I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah. Well, you know, Danny's my best friend, and, they let me out on bail today. And now I'm just alone here at the window, you know, waiting. Man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. You know, something's gonna happen. You know, I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
How can I be sure you will walk away? Why do
Right, let's get back to the car.
Oh, you're gonna get it now. God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Spillane!
What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wake! Come on! Make it easy on us!
Okay, the police. Right. I've got nothing, so... It seems Alan's got the stamina of an asthmatic child.
There he is! We have the suspect in sight!
No, you don't.
Okay, men, keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh, damn.
Fan out! Wait! God damn it! Where did he go? Away! Keep an eye out!
There's a manuscript page over there.
He's gone! Come on, guys! We need to head him off!
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the rider on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Okay, that's an unusual driving style. Something over him.
Rose didn't know how the strange old lady got in her trailer, and she looked wrong somehow. The woman showed her teeth in an approximation of a smile and traced a finger down Rose's cheek. "Pretty girl," she said. Rose felt as if she was falling asleep, but her knees didn't buckle. The crone spoke in a whisper, her words ice cold and dark in Rose's ear.
Nightingale, over. What on earth is going on? My nephew...
Look.
Search the area. Stay sharp. This way. Over here.
Come on, I don't like rickety wooden bridges in this. They have a tendency to collapse.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a rider, not a monster.
See the trailer park? We've clearly not gone that far. Ah, shit.
You on the ground. Hold it right there. There's nowhere to run. Freeze!
Oi. Oh, that's helpful. What the fuck? Black Hawk down, I guess.
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, what are you doing? Come on.
Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, you know what I mean. Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh yeah, I'll bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
Okay. All right. Ow.
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine. Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light. There was no power to the searchlight.
Right, yeah, we've got to use the floodlights. Or no, sorry, the searchlights. This game is slowly coming more and more back to me. Like I say, it has been a good, well over a decade since I've played this. Well, no. Well, about 6 or 7 years. I played it more or less when it first came out, so back in like 2010, 11. Whoa! Take a torch. But that was when it was out originally on the Xbox 360, and then I got it on a PC a few years ago. Played through the normal version of it on that, which maybe should have done for streams. I don't know.
They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Given the graphical glitches we're getting, could have looked into it a little bit more, but I've started it now on normal mode, so not on the remastered, so we might as well. I was just checking my phone. Corral them together, or avoid them. Preferably avoid.
And here's another call. You're on KBFFM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10-15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
Well, I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, just run! Run! Oh, if I had a gun. Oh, fuck it. Take a flashbang. There you go. Wait a sec, aren't I supposed to be going away from red and blue lights? Oh, it's alright. Ooh. This cop just happened to have a trunk full of them. Come on, game. How many? I wonder if that's the radio station.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Oh.
Well,
Let the trash sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna. Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in, folks. I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Yeah, thanks for broadcasting that. You know, the feds are after me.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
See? Look how quickly they fucking turned up.
You back away from me! Don't hurt!
Whoa. Everyone calm down. Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Judas Priest!
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine. Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
Oh, that's good. Flares and flashbangs now. That means it's going to give me a gun back soon as well. Actually, oh no, I thought. Yep, there we go. Right, I've just picked up shotgun ammo. Does that mean there's a shotgun nearby? Maybe up here. I'm way off. Like, way in the opposite direction of where the little thing in the top is telling me to go, but I have a feeling there's going to be something worth it up here. Better not just be another fucking furnace. Or I'm getting ahead of myself and this is where I need to go after. I've done that a few times in games. Ran off to explore something thinking, oh, there's going to be something special or cool over here. Just ended up...
Danny had stepped out,
maybe not.
but what stumbled back in was something else. Something alien. A monster. Walter tried to kill it, first with his fists, then a chair. It wouldn't die. Instead, it kept coming, unaffected by the beating it had taken. After Walter managed to kick it down the cellar stairs, fear took over. He ran, got behind the wheel, gunned the engine. The booze wouldn't make him forget, but he knew he had to try.
Is that a clue to something later in the game, or is it just flavour? Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything actually up here. Wow, that was a long way to go for just a fucking manuscript page and a couple of flares. Alright, back down the mountain. Back towards the train depot. Come on. Ooh. That will be a perfect... Whoa! I was right, that was a coffee furnace. Alright. I know, when it pulls back to show you they're about to swarm, if you light a flare, that should kill a lot of them. I think I might have evaded them, I don't know. Or not! Fucking bird. Come on. Huh. That might have been a waste of a flare, but fuck it. Oh, for God's sake, I couldn't... Right, just let me check, does it?
Danny had stepped out, but what stumbled back in was something else. Danny had stepped out, but what stumbled back in was something else. Something alien. A monster.
Right, that's the same manuscript page. Alright, we'll just go the normal path.
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
That was convenient. That was the point of what he was saying. Ooh. Told you I'd be getting a shotgun. Beautiful. Oh god, I just got an achievement. I guess, well, it's Sound and Fury. My guess was taking out a certain amount of those things with flashbangs. I'll have a thermos.
Sarah trusted her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan. Alan. I'm so afraid. Keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me. The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
It's worked out so well for me a moment ago, but yeah, I'm just going to ignore where I'm supposed to go for a moment. Ah, that's good. Right. Beautiful. Yep, there we go. It was a item cache. Oh, fuck. Check round the back, see if there's anything else. No!
I could see a railway bridge up ahead, and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
Oh, I remember this bit now. Right. Oh, this gets fraught.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking...
I should have remembered that was coming.
Sure. I
Shit.
hoped I could find a car from there.
Oh dear. Right, come on.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing
There we go. I remembered this time.
over everything in its path.
Middle of the bridge. Oh. Who threw a wheelbarrow at me? Seriously, who throws a barrow? I don't fucking trust anything now.
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me. As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The
Like a
darkness could
heavy-duty
possess
flashlight.
anything, and it was getting closer.
I said flashlight. Can't even imagine what a heavy-duty flashlight would be. There you go. Flat bag. Better not follow me in it. Oh. Okay, why was it so much easier to change from the flashbang to the flares than the other way round? That made no fucking sense. In light, you can hurt them. I've got all the batteries I can carry. Oh, here we go. I've got another one of these.
We take the facts of our existence for granted, unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror.
Let's give this a look.
The stars are right. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a family occasion. Journalist Alvin Durleth's trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful. Until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Durleth, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition, but you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Could I really?
Of course, Mr. Durleth.
Well, I guess that's the least What would I have to do?
Oh, here. Let me show you with a kiss.
Yeah. Night Springs is supposed to be the show that Alan writes for, or created, or I can't remember which way around it is. I think he might have just been a writer.
Shh, darling, be calm. Shh.
Alvin Durleth learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking for mythology, it may come looking for you. And such quests always bear fruit. Night Springs.
Okay. Oh. There's always something to distract you in this game.
Everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
Okay. You're a clumsy sod, aren't you, Alan? Oh, fuck. Now we're... Oh, shit. Now we're in real Stephen King territory. You got any more logging equipment you want to fling my way? Jesus Christ. Oh, there's something over there. Yep. I'm trying to pick up batteries. I've got all the batteries I need. Like a bored housewife, I'm just swimming in batteries.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine. The coal mine wasn't far now.
Okay, it's now behaving as if this is the end of the episode. It shouldn't be. Oh no.
Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Alan? You left your, all that equipment that you were carrying, you know, your torch, your gun.
Little by little, without realizing it, I'd come to believe that the
your
story in the
flashbangs.
manuscript was
You left them behind?
The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the dark presence was trying to destroy me. It all felt real, but it matched a textbook case of insanity.
Al, driving in this game's a pain. Good job you don't do it all too often. When you do, it's fairly straight. Well, you're not doing it for long, let's say. It's not like it's a Grand Theft Auto game where you're practically driving almost everywhere. What's in here?
This is Pat Main, and you're
From
listening
the radio?
to BFFM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here.
Literally within seconds.
I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, a little music.
What's over here? But it is actually dark now. Sorry, I just glanced outside. Just had a thought. It's not actually gone dark yet. It has.
Welcome back to KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me, that's strange, because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that
Some sort of map.
special person out there for you, and
Oh! Right, I think I know where we are. Yeah, we've been in this little hut before, but at night.
isn't that depressing? Or heck, childish even? There's plenty of fish in the sea.
And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything, but what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter. How is that harsh?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was. And I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but, well, since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past, but I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
Right. Back in here. I'll never get used to that. I haven't figured out how to reverse the Y-axis on the driving controls. Fine, I'll just... I don't follow no signs.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
What's this? Well, there were some earlier residents in the area. The true genesis of the town of Bright Falls came with the founding of the Bright Falls Mining Company and the opening of the Bright Falls coal mine in 1878. Although the work was hard and dangerous, many immigrants, Germans, Poles, Italians, Finns and Swedes, among others, worked the mines. Unusual way of putting it, Poles. Think of it. I don't think Polish and the Polish would have worked in that context. So I think, yeah, they used it correctly. While lucrative at first, the mining steadily declined in the 20th century. Themes were rich, but hard to get at, and the volcanic activity in the area made the mine shafts particularly dangerous.
With Nightingale gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio window, Maine stared at Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger. That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness in his eyes. You take my word for it. He wants Wake for a reason, and it's not for anything good.
Okay. first. In 1970, a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake, while relatively minor, caused most of the deep mining tunnels to collapse or flood. 32 miners lost their lives in the calamity, and all mining around Bright Falls came to a final stop. Now, many of the remaining buildings are protected as historical landmarks. Well. Oh.
I didn't want to go outside.
We didn't get our
Cops had to
pixely
be looking
trends.
for me.
Huh?
The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me.
Jesus.
I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Oh, right. Spoke too soon.
Wait,
Where the hell are you?
change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around
You
by
want to
you.
see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello? Ah! I'm gonna kill him.
I had to get to Mirror Peak.
Oh, I do still have. Whoa!
It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
Where the fuck do I go? It says leave the building. Oh, right, okay. Never mind. Never mind, I'm an idiot. Oh, come on. Shotgun ammo. Right, okay, I've got everything. I mean, everything I can.
When Thomas
Not
Zane
liking that
fell for
noise.
Barbara
There we
Jack,
go.
It happened fast. She was young,
Only
vibrant,
changing.
and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
Okay, get rid of the big one first. There we are. Oh, not you as well. Fuck. What the hell is that for? Anyway. Whew. Well, that was an ordeal. Oh, piss. Did not know I was there? They were just stood there. You like how I did that? Well, I mean, apart from missing one. Just opened it and dropped a flashbang down there.
What the hell?
Oh, it's knocking over trees. That can't be good.
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
So I've got to turn off, but that's an unusual twist. All but one of them. There we go. Thank you. I don't know why that light flares up every time that happens. Alright, I'm not liking the fact that... yes, yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with something big, I think, now. And I don't mean my penis. I saw that. See? Yeah, that's right. You sit down, son. Any more? Oh! Oh, you... Alright, I've just noticed I can drive that Jeep. I think I was supposed to get in that Jeep and drive and drive to one end. Hey, fuck it, I did it on foot. That was confusing. And you. Forgot I had the shotgun. Oh. that was fucking intense. I was copulating in a branch of millets. Environmental kill. Trust no one in the dark. Don't really trust anyone. Oh, that's where I came in. Isn't it? Oh, ladder. It's a ladder.
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the Dark Presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
Oh, fucking tree! Seriously, they're not going to start throwing trees at me now, are they?
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
Right. Reach Mirror Peak Lookout. Nicely done.
I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
What? I wasn't going to kill no Fed. Come to life or something, aren't they? Ooh. Yes. Oh, they always fucking spawn. Oh, you piss pot. Oh, God. You hit me in the head with an axe and I fell off the mountain. Yeah, I am going that way again. Thank you. Knock that over. Big bird. Fuck it. Afford one shot the... Watch it with those axes, you'll hurt someone. Fuck off. Right, there we go. Oh. Safety. Oh, yeah, I've got all the lithium batteries I can carry again.
Plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Let them get a little closer, actually. It's a pump action. Oh, hey, not that close. Shotguns in these games don't really tend to do well at range. Well, shotguns in general don't, admittedly. With breathing space here, guys. There's your mate. There he is. Hello. Almost all of them. Fucking eat that. Checkpoint. Yeah, that's right. Go towards the thing that's falling over.
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
The graveyard shift may cause cancer.
Oh. Thankfully, I think this dude's the only one now. I just have to keep track of where he is. Right, come at me, bro. What? Is there anything in here? Oh. Ah, right, okay. Thank you. That thing's gonna come to life, innit?
The place was dead, a ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century.
This place. Ah. Chuck cars at me.
Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction. I had lost count of the times I had wished there'd be a clear reason for my writer's block. Something to fight, something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books. Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded determination, never wavering from his goal.
Pain in the ear at the moment.
I was angry at myself, angry at Alice, angry at Barry. I was fumbling and I had no plan.
Grey Peak Gorge, originally founded in 1928, the Grey Peak Gorge mining town was one of the permanent settlements in the Bright Falls Mining Company built for its workers. I read that well. The nearby graveyard is a testament to the dangers the miners faced on a daily basis. Most of the men who lost their lives over the years were buried there, a grim reminder to be careful for those who remained. Grey Peak Gorge was abandoned almost overnight when the Bright Falls Mining Company closed its doors in 1970. I seem to be stuck to that corner there. Got all the batteries I can carry. A joy. More inanimate objects flying at me. Just what I needed. Yeah, that's right. Keep a bit of the game geometry in between you and the thing flying at you. Okay, I'm not liking the look of that train. Within seconds of me fucking saying it. Hiding behind a rock. Safe haven.
I needed a key for the door.
That was easy enough. Needed a key for the door. It's right over there. Yes, I'll switch to the hunting. Something tells me I'm going to need to keep distance, so yeah, hunting rifle might do better. Fuck me, it's 11 o'clock. Yeah, I think we'll get to the end of this episode and then I'll call it.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
That's not spawned anyone this time.
Birds.
Careful. Ugh. I think they'll follow me down here. great. Right, okay. It's quite clearly where I'm supposed to go, but I can't find my way. Ah, right, this way. That's right, Pete. That's somebody who persistently gets lost in video games. Tunnels to Cauldron.
Without warning, the headache stabbed at my brain.
And at my ears. Thanks. Thanks, game.
Alice?
Alice?
I'm losing it. I gotta get out of here. The hunters were big, thick-set men, confident and at home in the woods. They were feeling good, running on beer, ghost stories, and camaraderie late into the night. It did them no good, as they were taken by the dark presence, sucked deep into a darkness far worse than any ghost story they ever told or heard.
Oh dear. Right. Guessing we don't go that way because that was water. Let's follow this back up. A fucking Darth Vader here. Get all out of breath. Thank you for the flares. Those useful flares, those many flares you give me.
Even behind the closed doors and curtains of his grimy room at the Majestic, the local motel, Nightingale could feel the locals' eyes on him, the unrelenting pressure of their judgment. He forced it out of his mind. For all he knew, they could all be under Wake's spell already. You do what you have to do to get the job done. He took comfort from the bottle in his hand. Please, he thought, just let me get through this.
Oh, frick. Okay. I stood in the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't know why I felt the compulsion to run right up to that door. When I had a subtle feeling something was going to come shooting out there. Ooh, furnace. Nope.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
is machinery for? Oh, I see. Right, okay. Right, that's... Is there another way up? Ah, right. I see. Now we on top, because there's a ladder over here. That's the Frenchman. I don't know. I think it's a little too. Yep. That was stupid.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe
Very
the machinery
stupid.
could help me with that.
I don't know why I did that. Right. Okay, now I know roughly where it's supposed to be. There. Don't jump off the edge now, you div. Right, I see. Back down. Move it again. That should be enough. I didn't think I was going to make it onto that then. Watch this be, that's all that's up here. Wait. Let that come out. Oh, oh my.
Lightning flashed behind the windows of Cauldron Lake Lodge. Tor Anderson laughed and held the steel hammer above his head. Nurse Sinclair was trying to calm him down without success. Tor grinned madly and shouted, "My hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from Molnir, wench." He brought the hammer down with all his might on Sinclair's head. "We're on a comeback tour, baby."
That'll make more sense in a few episodes' time. But I think it's the next episode. Oh. Right, I think I did have to go down. That's why I triggered the birds. Right. Yeah, gotta say, Alan, I'm not exactly enthused about these things. Hey, no worries, Shadow Jam. You have a good night, mate. This thing's slowing. Oh shit. Alright, it's just me and the torch. Oh, fuck. Oh, not again. Told you, cable cars are nothing but trouble. Cable cars are nothing but fucking trouble. Hey.
Shit.
That's what I was thinking. A swarm one went behind me there. Oh! Oh, we're not going to have an Indiana Jones moment, are we? I see a furnace up there, so I'm going to assume we will get across. Where's he running to? There you go. And where is that furnace? Ah. Mine? Mine? Aha. Stuffs. Nice. Oh, the game's giving me a lot of lag on that, man. Hear them.
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the Wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
I very nearly dropped the controller there. I've taken a swig of my drink. Whoa! What happened there? Talk to me on the TV, Tom. CW and TZ. I miss you, Tom. Did you write this? Tom. I curse you, Thomas Zane. Tom. I miss you. Creepy. No. Literally gonna throw shit at me now, isn't it? Oh, thank you for the pan around. I knew there was one I was missing. Two I was missing. Oh! Oh, he headbutted me. Anything I can. Might as well use this. Where's the last one? Where are you? Beautifully done. Right, so this floor caved in.
I could see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat. I was close now. I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find. I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly. He smiled. It was
They were
a
well
reassuring
jelly.
smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now.
Seems ominous.
Wait! Are you? Wait!
Hey, I'm here! I'm coming!
No! Get away! Sorry. Please, wait! The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know. We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned. We just said we had her to make a play ball, you see?
I think this might be the end of the episode now. Oh. There we go. All right. Let this play out. So that was episode 3. Ransom. Do apologise for the graphical glitches. Like I say, but it looks like they're caused by just having a Ryzen CPU, which is a shame, but they weren't as intrusive in that episode. It only happened once or twice. I'll have a look before I stream this again, see if there is an actual full-on thing. Didn't really want to take up too much time on the stream doing that. I'll have a proper look. I'll also test whether or not it does it off stream as well. That might be worth looking into. If it gets really, really bad, I guess I could install the original and play back up to this bit, or wherever we happen to be up to. But yes, definitely coming soon as well. I'll be doing Ghostbusters, the video game. Remastered. I did want to do it before this, but I sidetracked myself by reinstalling Alan Wake's American Nightmare, and then deciding I wanted to do the original as well, and then found it was on sale a week ago. So I've not wasted too much money on it. It was like, what, £4 quid? Right. Keep telling yourself that, Pete. It wasn't a waste of money. What even is this song? Well, I guess I'll find out when the copyright claim comes in. I know for this version they have replaced one of the songs. They have replaced David Bowie's Space Oddity, which should, I think, played over the end credits. For licensing reasons. Didn't have the rights to use it anymore. So yeah, they replaced Ground Control to Major Tom.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm...
Just got to remember I need to...
Previously on Alan
Right,
Wake.
okay, fantastic. That works. I'll F4 out of the game at this point. Or not. Oh no, yeah, it's just taking its time. Right. This is where I'm going to end. Jesus Christ, 20 to midnight. I don't usually go this late. But anyway, I'm going to say thank you for watching, everyone. This has been episode 3 of Alan Wake. Peace out, peace off, love you all, and goodbye. Goodbye.